Old border walls are coming down as construction continues here at Friendship Park.
Plus, how a car ended up crashing into the second floor of a home.
I thought literally that was only the stuff of horror novels.
Scary moments as a snake slithers out of a toilet.
This Friday at Brick and Barn in Valley Center, you're invited to wear pink.
Come on, Bobby, let's go party. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm Jenny Day in this morning for Evan. We definitely have cooler temperatures in our forecast, even a slight chance of rain. Once again, we'll have drier air and we'll return to warmer temperatures heading into this weekend. It's 6 a.m. on Wednesday, August 9th, and you're up with CBS 80.
And we start with breaking news. We are seeing dramatic new video of these wildfires in Hawaii. The fires are being fueled by winds from Hurricane Dora. There are multiple fires in Maui right now. Multiple structures have been destroyed. People have been forced to evacuate. And because of these wind gusts, you can just see those palm trees almost blowing over. The helicopters can't really fight these fires from the sky. We're hearing reports of people jumping into the ocean to escape the fires and the smoke. The Coast Guard says they have had to rescue 12 people so far. Thousands of people are also without power. We'll keep you posted on what's happening there in Hawaii. Our top story here, back here at home, this morning, iconic murals at Friendship Park. Well, they're gone as construction on a new border wall continues. Glad you're with us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol filling in for Netta Arampor. That's right. Immigration advocates are still pushing for this work to be stopped. But as you can see, it's moving forward. Chris Groh is live near the border right now with what's happening. Chris.
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Dana Marie. And look, it's been the subject of controversy here for the past really 3 years here. You have the closure due to COVID-19, the pandemic. And then, of course, you have what is going on here with the construction. And what we saw just happening over here the past weekend is we saw that several of those walls, especially the ones that goes into the Pacific Ocean, starting to come down. The demolition has begun. Now, we received video from this weekend that shows heavy machinery tearing down the iconic and colorful murals at Friendship Park. You could see those murals on the Mexico side, and they often depict, policies between the U.S. and Mexico on immigration, but also the reunification of family and friends. But those are gone now. The park has been an actual physical meeting point for families separated by the border for decades, and advocates who have criticized the project have continued to do so. Pedro Rios, one of those advocates, in fact says that not only will the new fence separate loved ones, but that it's flat out dangerous.
And what we've seen is an increase of people that have fallen as a result of the height and have sustained life-changing injuries.
And while Customs and Border Protection have, again, put out a statement just recently, they are saying that they are going to resume access, which, again, has been closed off for quite some time now due to the pandemic, staffing, and now the construction. They say access will resume once construction ends. Eric and Dana Marie.
All right, Chris, thanks for that. This morning, a man is recovering after he fell on a fence while trimming a tree at a lakeside mobile home park. This happened yesterday morning. Residents heard the maintenance workers' calls for help and found him dangling with his arm impaled by the fence. They held him up until first responders arrived. Fire crews cut out a portion of that fence and sent him to the ER for doctors to decide how to safely remove it.
He's probably a good 2-3 feet off the ground. And he was just, pretty much just hanging there. Yeah,
And he held him up until
I held him up as long as I could.
Oh, quick thinking by them, at least. The Lakeside Fire Protection District says the man was in stable condition when he was taken to the hospital. Speaking of hospitals, a new one opening up in North County. The Kaiser Permanente San Marcos Medical Center will open today. This is the third Kaiser hospital in our region. In a statement, Kaiser's interim president says, quote, with leading edge technology, our team of physicians, nurses, and staff are dedicated to delivering exceptional medical quality and care experience. Well, this morning, some nurses, though, are raising concerns about this new facility. The organization called United Nurses Association of California and Union of Healthcare Professionals says Kaiser's other two San Diego hospitals are already understaffed. In a statement, the organization says, quote, we call on Kaiser leadership to provide a clear plan to address patient care needs at all three medical centers in San Diego. We reached out to Kaiser for a response to that, and we are waiting to hear back.
And this morning, 2 sailors arrested for selling Navy secrets to China are being held without bond as espionage and bribery cases move forward. One of those sailors based right here in San Diego, the other in Ventura County. As CBS 8's David Gofferson reports, both defendants appear in federal court for bail hearings.
The judge ordered 22-year-old Patrick Way held without bail Tuesday after his defense attorney stipulated to a no-bail hold during a hearing in downtown federal court. Way faces life in prison if convicted of espionage charges related to selling military secrets to a Chinese intelligence officer, including records detailing weapons on his ship, the USS Essex. In court Tuesday, the prosecutor said the Navy machinist was a danger to the community and a flight risk, arguing Way's only relative in the United States is his mother, who told her son he could move to China and work for the communist government. The prosecutor said Way put thousands of sailors at risk by selling to China sensitive details of Navy ship positions and movements. Last week, San Diego U.S. Attorney Randy Grossman announced the indictment against the Chinese native.
Way provided China with photographs of military hardware, including guns, vehicles, and planes. He delivered information about U.S. Marines involved in an upcoming international maritime warfare exercise. And he sold scores of technical and mechanical manuals related to the operation and power structures of amphibious assault ships.
Prosecutors allege Way was paid between $10,000 and $15,000 over the past year, and a Chinese handler reimbursed him for purchases of a computer and a cell phone.
Whether it was greed or for some other reason, Way allegedly chose to turn his back on his newly adopted country and enter a conspiracy with his Chinese handler.
Another sailor, Thomas Zhao, appeared in federal court in Los Angeles Tuesday. The 26-year-old also was ordered held without bail on charges of bribery and conspiracy in a similar scheme with a Chinese intelligence officer, prosecutors allege. Zhao is accused of collecting $15,000 in bribes while he was working on Naval Base Ventura County. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Well, the San Diego sailor will be back in court for a hearing on August 21st. Now, we do want to turn to a warning from CAL FIRE. If you're a drone operator, officials say please stay away from firefighting efforts. Whenever firefighters spot a drone near a fire, they have to ground all aircraft and suspend air attacks. CAL FIRE says it's risky to fly near drones because they could get sucked up in the downdraft of a helicopter. The drone could hit the helicopter's rotors or even propellers, damaging them. Just last week, firefighters here in San Diego spotted a drone over a small fire near the 15 freeway south of Deer Springs Road.
The slogan that we use is, if you fly, we can't. So best just to stay out of the way and let the aircraft do their job.
CAL FIRE also says any small fire can easily grow out of control during the minutes operations have to stop.
Yeah, we are always in high fire danger here this time of year, that's for sure, so we got to be mindful of that. Although we did get a little moisture, and I say little because I think it was a decimal point, fractions of an inch, right?
Maybe for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Right, we'll take it.
It's gotta help in some ways, and really let's do everything we can to help those firefighting efforts. So yes, a little bit of rainfall. I saw it in Kearney Mesa yesterday as well. It happened, my friends, and we are expecting more showers today. Here's a live look outside. Beautiful start to the day. We are going to have a good amount of cloud coverage though. Here's a look at the rain and cloud forecast. Again, our best chance of rain is after the 11 o'clock hour today. Otherwise, we're just going to have thick cloud coverage, and that does include the coast and the inland valleys as well. This is all from Tropical Storm Eugene. So we are going to feel that tropical moisture. We're really going to increase humidity, and then we are going to decrease temperatures ever so slightly. So it'll be muggy. It's still definitely going to be warm, and then it will dry things out and return to more average-like temperatures heading into the weekend. So current temperatures right now are slowly starting to climb. Carlsbad right now at 70 degrees, 82 already in Borrego Springs, 65 in Poway, 68 down in the South Bay. Here's a look at the forecast highs for today. Again, mostly 70s along the coast, and then we have mostly 80s in the inland valleys. So again, we are feeling the effects of Tropical Storm Eugene, and that is why temperatures are slowly, they're cooling down over the next few days, and then we will warm back up this weekend. Again, it is going to feel muggy out there. If you're heading to the coast, that'll definitely be the best place to beat some of this thick air. We do have a low risk of rips, and I did want to point out that the sun is starting to set earlier and earlier. 7:40 is the expected sunset for tonight, and the sun has just come out at 6:08 a.m. Here's a look at that 8-day microclimate forecast. Again, we do have a good chance of clouds really the entire week, and along the inland valleys as well. But it's going to be great. We do have Netta returning next week, and we have the Padres playing tonight at 6:40, so no complaints. We do have some thunderstorms expected over the mountains tomorrow. All right, let's take a live look at traffic. These are the border wait times right from the CBP website. Just 150 minutes for the general line at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Always a little bit calmer at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. The general line right now, 65 minutes.